Yo everybody, it's your boy the Tater Meister, and today we're going to talk about another movie. Well, what else have I been making on this channel anymore? Venom: The Last Dance! Yay! The final Venom movie of the trilogy. So, this movie is directed by Kelly Marcel, who I think she wrote the first two. By the way, if you want to know my thoughts on the first two, I have the original movie reviews on this channel. I reviewed the first two. I'll put the links in the card in the description if I can. But yeah, I reviewed the first two. First one's really good. First one is like a 7 out of 10 movie. I enjoy a lot of that movie. It's pretty fun. Second one's a lot of fun because of Carnage. I think the second one's even better because of Woody Harrelson Carnage. So going into 3, I was very much I was kind of hyped for it. I mean, yeah, I like the first two. I like Tom Hardy Venom, and yeah, while Spider-Man's not in these, they're still pretty fun movies. They're funny, and yeah, I had a good time with Venom: The Last Dance. Honestly, again, I wouldn't call Last Dance amazing, but it's a fun time for sure. There's a lot to like here. I'll get into the positives. So, Tom Hardy is awesome as Venom. Eddie Brock, it's gonna be weird to see someone else play him at this point. He's so ingrained with the character. It's kind of like, I guess, but then again, there's been 3 Spider-Man, so I guess, and there's only been 2 Venom, Topher Grace and Tom Hardy. But Topher Grace being the Venom from Spider-Man 3, obviously. But Tom Hardy hasn't interacted with Spider-Man yet, unless you want to count the Venom 2 after credit scene, which doesn't really count because he didn't really interact with Spider-Man. That was just kind of a Spider-Man, like he was on the TV screen, but anyway. So Venom 3 as a movie, though. Yeah, I had a good time with it. Last Dance was really nice. I had some funny parts. There's a really good character work in it. I liked all the cool appearances in it. I kind of wish, the one problem with Venom: The Last Dance is that we don't have an actual villain to fight. The first movie we had Riot, which was 6 months, everybody likes the 6 months meme. In 2, we had Woody Harrelson Carnage, who was just a lot of fun. Wish he was in the movie more. That's kind of my problem with Venom: Let There Be Carnage, is that, Carnage himself isn't in the movie as much as I wanted. And I feel like the movie should have been rated R. The whole trilogy, the whole Venom trilogy should have been rated R, but I digress, because, they have no excuse now, because Kraven the Hunter is rated R. Okay, why didn't you make the Venom movies rated R, guys? Makes no sense. Okay, but anyway. I will see Kraven the Hunter and review that, too. By the way, if you want to know my thoughts on Madam Web, I saw Madam Web before I went to go see Venom 3 just to be caught up, and I don't want to talk about it. Madam Web is kind of a sucky movie, but see, if you remember when I reviewed Morbius on the channel, I didn't hate that movie that much, but yeah, Madam Web is kind of a bad movie. I'm not going to lie. That's definitely the worst one of the SSU, so Sony's Spider-Man universe. I'm hoping the Spider Noir TV show they're making for this universe is really good. But that does beg the question, is it going to be Peter Parker Spider Noir? Because they're saying it's not, so I guess Peter Parker might still show up in this universe. But is he going to show up in the Sinister-Six movie just to die, and then Miles Morales is going to take his place? Is that what's going to happen? I don't know. Because they're saying the Spider Noir in the TV show isn't Peter Parker, so it'll be a different character. Okay, it'll be Spider Noir, but not Peter Parker, so... Even though Nicolas Cage is playing him, and he was Peter Parker in the Spider-Man Spider-Verse movie. But okay, anyway, let's get back on topic. Venom: The Last Dance. Yeah, I really like the dynamic. Of course, Eddie and Venom have this great bromance dynamic thing, and you get to see it a lot in here. It's really nice. Really emotional moments in this movie. There's some really good music and songs played throughout. The songs are banger in this movie, all of them. I love the soundtrack. Really, that's one thing about the Venom movies is the soundtrack. No Eminem in the end credits this time, which I guess everybody's complaining about. I didn't mind Eminem not being in the end credits. I honestly don't care. The movie was still good without Eminem. But, yeah, I would say Venom 3 is better than Venom 1, but not as good as Venom 2, because Venom 2 has Carnage, and there's a lot more cool moments fighting-wise in that, and a lot more funny moments. Because Venom 3 is just a very, simple movie compared to Venom 2. And also, Andy Serkis did Venom 2. He directed that, which made it a lot better compared to 1 and 2. Or 3, sorry. 1 and 3 first one was Ruben Fleischer from Zombieland did that. I think he did, if I'm not mistaken, now correct me if I'm wrong, Ruben Fleischer also did the Uncharted movie. I'm going to double check. I'll put it... I'm pretty sure he did. Ruben Fleischer's done a few movies, but... Andy Serkis is definitely the best director of these 3. Kelly Marcel, I think this is her first movie, directing-wise, and I think she did a good job. But she clearly cares about Venom as a character, and even in the credits, they credit the Venom creators, which is pretty cool. You don't see many movies credit the actual comic creators. Pretty neat. But, yeah, overall, guys, Venom: The Last Dance, not a bad movie. Honestly, I had a good time with it. If I had to rate it anything, I guess I give it a 7.7. Yeah, it's a high 7. 7.7. I really think Venom: The Last Dance is pretty great. I give Venom Let There Be Carnage an 8, and then Venom 1 like a low 7. Like a straight 7. Yeah. So this is the second best movie. But the whole trilogy's been overall a fun time, and I honestly, you know, it does suck that Tom Hardy's probably not going to play him anymore. If he does, it'll be small roles. It probably won't be a full movie anymore. But, yeah, I think the Venom trilogy is done. Now, the next Venom movie they're planning to make is a rated R animated movie with Seth Rogen producing, which is pretty cool. I don't know who's going to voice Venom in that, but I mean, it'll be comic accurate Venom that time. I'm assuming Spider-Man will be in that. But, yeah, overall, guys, the Venom trilogy was a fun time. Honestly, it does suck Spider-Man never showed up once, really, but not even Andrew Garfield, but okay. That's okay. It was still a great trilogy, and I hope the Sony Spider-Man universe continues to... The Kraven the Hunter should be good, because they have some really good filmmakers on it, at least, so... Kraven the Hunter at least sounds better than Madam Web and Morbius, because competent filmmakers are on it, unlike those movies, Morbius and... If you didn't know, Morbius and Madam Web have the same writers of Last Witch Hunter, Gods of Egypt, and... what was the other one? Dracula Untold, yeah, those guys, that writer duo. They're pretty much the opposite of Rick and Amanda Silver. They keep getting jobs, but for some reason they keep sucking. Like, bro, like, why do these sucky writers keep getting jobs? It's like DB and David Weiss, but they keep getting jobs. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, what are they blowing these guys? Oh, how do they keep getting jobs for these movies? Like, how do they keep getting scripts? I don't know. Anyway, guys, that's all I gotta say about Venom: The Last Dance. It's a good movie, honestly. Now, obviously not as good as Deadpool Wolverine, like, no fucking shit, but it's better than Madam Web, which is, I guess isn't saying much, because Madam Web is kind of a bad movie, but, like, it blows that movie to bits. I would say it's better than Joker 2 as well. Even though I didn't hate Joker 2, I had a good time with Joker 2. This is a lot better than Joker 2. People that are saying this is worse or on par with Joker 2 is just insane to me. Like, bro, all the Venom movies are better than Joker 2. Like, what are you talking about? What? And that's coming from someone who didn't hate Joker 2 and thought it was a pretty good, okay movie. Like, bro, no, Joker 2 is not as good as the Venom movies. Like, what the fuck are you on? Anyway, so, that's all I gotta say. Tatum Meister signing out.